January 13, 2025, it's one of the most unforgettable dates of my life. You wanna know why? Well, it's only the day when I officially became a Spanish citizen. Imagine, after just 2.5 years in Spain, I officially became a citizen of this beautiful country. And guess what? As a Filipino, I was able to fast track this process in ways most people can't. And today, I'm breaking down my entire journey, all the documents, exams, costs, and insider tips that helped me go from Filipino to Spanish citizen in record time. Now, if you're considering making Spain your permanent home, especially if you're from the Philippines or another Spanish speaking country, then this video is for you. I'm excited to get started. Let's go! So, here's a little background as always. Back in 2021, I applied for the non lucrative visa in the Philippines, but that was denied. Immediately after receiving my rejection letter, I didn't waste any time and initiated Plan B, which was applying for Croatia's digital nomad visa, and within weeks I got approved. On October 2021, I booked a one-way ticket to Europe, and somewhere along the way I met someone who's currently living and working in Barcelona. Long story short, I only spent 5 months in Croatia and moved to Spain in March 2022 so we can be together. After that, I became a resident through Pareja de Hecho around end of May 2022. One of the biggest advantages for Filipinos and Latin Americans is that we only need 2 years of legal residency to apply for citizenship, while most nationalities need 10 years. That is one hell of a big advantage that you should capitalize on. Imagine just 2 years and you become an EU citizen. It can't get any better than that, I tell you. This special pathway exists because of the historical connection between Spain and the Philippines. Anyway, the moment I got my residency card, I started counting down to May 2024, which was my citizenship eligibility date. But what I didn't realize was how much preparation I needed to do before that date arrived. And here's where my story began. But first, let me tell you about my biggest mistake. So here's where I messed up. I waited too long to book my language exam. When I tried booking the Delhi A2 exam in January 2024, the earliest available spot was in May, and not even in Barcelona where I live. I had to travel to Tarragona for the exam. Yesterday, I tried booking an exam just to see, and the earliest date I can get a slot for a Delhi A2 exam here in Barcelona is October 2025, and it's only March. So imagine the 7-month wait to take the exam. Even worse, the results take 3 months to arrive. So even though I took the exam in May, I didn't get my results until August, which delayed my entire application. And if I had failed that exam, my citizenship timeline would have been pushed back by months because I would need to retake the Delhi exam. Fortunately, I didn't have to do that. Now, to prepare for the Delhi A2 exam, I invested in an intensive Spanish course. It's an in-person class which ran 4 hours a day, 5 days a week for 10 weeks. It was exhausting, but it was also essential. I also used the official practice materials from Instituto Cervantes. The exam has 4 parts: reading, writing, listening, and speaking. The speaking portion is one-on-one with an examiner, which was definitely the most nerve-wracking part. For the CCSE exam, it's about Spanish culture and constitution. This exam was multiple choice and much easier than the language test. I actually made a separate video for this, so check it out as it might help you as well. Now let's talk about the application process and requirements. By August 2024, I had everything ready: my DELE certificate, my CCSES certificate, and all the translated and apostille documents. Here's everything I needed for my application. First, of course, my passport. All pages should be scanned. My TA or my Spanish residency card. My padron or proof of address registration, which should have been issued within the last 3 months. My criminal background check from the Philippines or the NBI clearance, which should have been apostilled and translated. My birth certificate from the Philippines should also be apostilled and translated. Don't forget to include the receipt. My CCSE Spanish Culture Exam Certificate and my Delhi A2 Spanish Language Exam Certificate. Wondering how much it costs for everything? It cost me 1,158 euros. I will break down all the fees below. Now, here comes the waiting game. After submitting my complete application in August 2024, my lawyer told me to expect a 9-month wait for a decision. But then on Christmas Eve, I received the best gift ever, a positive resolution for my citizenship application. It only took 4 months instead of 9. How amazing is that? But wait, the process wasn't over yet. Because after getting the positive resolution, the next step would be to take my oath taking or to do an oath taking ceremony. And for that ceremony, I had two options. First, wait for an appointment at the civil registry, and the earliest date I could get was August 2025, which was over 7 months away. And second, pay an extra €285 to do it immediately with a notary. Knowing myself, I wanted to do faster, so I chose the notary option. The ceremony only took 30 minutes, and I had to read an oath pledging loyalty to the King of Spain and obedience to the Spanish Constitution. I also declared that I'm keeping my Filipino citizenship. Yes, Spain allows dual citizenship in this case. Again, how amazing is that? Now for the cost, here's the breakdown. I paid €400 to my lawyer, and then another €104 for the application fee, €134 for the DELE exam fee, €85 for the CC exam fee, €50 for the course preparation from Instituto Cervantes, €100 for the translation fee for the Apostle Criminal Background Check and Birth Certificate, and €286 for the notary fee. Again, the total cost is around €1,159. Now for the timeline, here's my complete timeline. In May of 2022, I got my 5-year Spanish residency through Pareja de Hecho. In January 2024, I booked both my DELE exam and CCSE exam via Instituto Cervantes. From March to May of 2024, I was taking an intensive Spanish course for 10 weeks at Speakeasy. And in May of 2024, I took the DELE and CCSE exams. And in August 2024, I received all exam results and submitted all my documents to my lawyer so he can then submit my citizenship application. The CCSE exam results I actually got in June. By December 2024, I received an email from my lawyer informing me that my application has been approved. And by January 13, 2025, I did my oath-taking ceremony in a notary. And that is when I became officially a Spanish citizen. That's just 2.5 years, give or take, from residency to citizenship. I'm still waiting for my Spanish DNI and passport, which could take a few months. If you're applying in a smaller city or town like Valencia or Murcia, you might get your DNI and passport earlier. I applied here in Barcelona, so it's taking longer than usual, and it's out of the lawyer's control. It's all in the hands of the civil registry. Becoming a Spanish citizen has been one of the most rewarding journeys of my life. The process isn't without its challenges, but if you plan ahead and stay persistent, it's absolutely worth it. If you're considering Spanish citizenship, especially as a Filipino, my biggest advice is to start your language exam preparation early. Book your exams at least 12 months before you're eligible to apply for citizenship. DELE exam results don't expire anyway, and CC exam results expire after 4 years, so you should be good. Also, make sure all your documents are recent, nothing older than 6 months. Another thing, using a lawyer definitely made the process smoother for me, but it's not required if you're comfortable navigating Spanish bureaucracy on your own. So there you have it. I hope my story inspires and helps you in your own journey. I'm still processing how amazing it feels to officially become a Spanish and an EU citizen, and I cannot wait to receive my Spanish passport and start traveling visa-free. Do you have any idea at all what it means to transition from having a weak passport to having one of the strongest passports, especially for someone who loves to travel like me? That's passport privilege in all its glory, I tell you. And it is indeed a dream come true. And that is it. Did you enjoy my story? I hope you did. If you have any questions about the process, drop them in the comments below or send me an email. I'm happy to share more details about any part of my experience. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. I'll post again when I finally get my Spanish passport and ID card. Gracias por ver y hasta luego.